Are you ready, Finnian?
Yeah.
Because I'm just
Can you hear me?
gonna send it. Alright. I'm just gonna send it. So you're gonna.
The thing is kind of glitchy. I can't see anything if it's being presented, but
What do you mean you can't see anything?
it's kind of like just showing me the loading.
Yeah, no, it's freaking out for some reason. I don't know why. But yes.
Because I'm out of arrows.
Okay, I'm gonna switch my scene to be quiet for a second, because it will play the intro, and then I'm gonna do my intro, and then we Gucci, alright?
Alright, second. Zach, be quiet.
Alright, 3, 2. Oh, I'm in love with that intro. I'm so glad the community picked number 2, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, welcome to SpliTalk. Today, it's now the first episode, so if this is a bit shotty, then just deal with it. Sorry. But yes, today's guest, if you can't tell from the screen, is the one, the only Finnian. How are you?
What's going on, guys?
Bro.
What's going on?
So, console release.
It's a release.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool, to be honest. It's kind of the first thing I noticed, and when I first saw that stuff, the lighting, I was like super surprised because it takes more from the original game back in 2019 than it does the game that you see now. So I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. That kind of blew my mind a little bit, but it doesn't even take away from the gameplay, to be honest, because the gameplay still looks like really solid. I really don't have any gripes with it, to be honest. I see it as a future opportunity to blow up this community, and I don't know. I guarantee you, I want to see some crispy Xbox messages. I hope they put it on the Reddit, the like 4 hour, four paragraph things where it's just like I don't know.
Oh,
It's
I've
can't
already
wait
been
for
getting some toxic messages on Xbox, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like it sucks, but it's like in a way the best part of playing in console because people are so toxic. It's hilarious though. What are your thoughts?
Well, if you couldn't tell from my YouTube video, I am over the moon with this update. This update is insane. It's the best update Splitgate's done, in my opinion. Yes, that might be because I'm a little bit biased because of the console release, but that's not the point.
No, the bias. No, yeah, I think the update is completely legit, and I think it's kind of like a part one of the update because the rest of the update is like the full release of the crossplay, and I think that in general is awesome. And then we'll see a lot. I think when it's coming with that, we're gonna see also just in-game changes as well, not just crossplay with that update. So you got crossplay, in-game updates like normally it would be. So you got this game. It's basically release date is like Endo said. It's like the new. It's like the equivalent of like if we're looking this is like Jesus Christ being born in our history. It goes from before Splitgate update to after Splitgate update. That's what you can look at the timeline of the Splitgate.
Wait,
Splitgate.
did you just compare Splitgate to Jesus Christ himself? Did you?
I compared the Splitgate update to Jesus Christ himself. Well, I mean, it's what can I say? The old Splitgate has died and a new one risen.
Oh, jeez. Alright, so let's quickly read chat real quick. Rush has said, I'm loving it, only played a few games, but I love Halo so much, and all the best game modes are here. It really feels like old Halo. This game is literally advertised as Halo meets Portal. It's amazing, it's brilliant. Yeah. So, have they rebranded from the Arena Warfare? Yes, they have dropped Arena Warfare, it is now just Splitgate. However, most of us actually just sort of, we never really sat there and said Saw or Splitgate Arena Warfare. We all just call it Split or Splitgate. If you're in the
Yeah.
community, you know what the game is. So it's not like you're going to sit there and purposely go, "Oh yeah, do you want to come play Splitgate Arena Warfare?" every time.
Unless you're Toby.
Oh yeah,
Didn't he
unless you're Toby.
Splitgate and Arena Warfare. No, I like Splitgate. I think it's pretty simplistic, and I don't think you need the whole Arena Warfare part.
I think the whole rebrand is like cleaner. Like the new logo, just it being Splitgate. Like it's just more. I wouldn't say it's more simplistic, but simplistic isn't always bad.
Yeah, it's not like Endo is comparing to like the Firefox. I don't think it's like that. I think it's just cutting out what is not necessary and taking in just the essentials and make it look better.
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought. Yeah. All right, let's talk about. Let's bring this up. Okay, where am I going to put this on here? You know what? I'll cover my face for a minute. No, I won't, because I put it behind me. Give me a second. So, I got the article up right now. It's free-to-play Portal shooter Splitgate comes to console in July. Splitgate, a free-to-play shooter that incorporates Portal mechanics, will make its way to PlayStation and Xbox consoles on the 27th of July. We've already spoken about that. During the IGN Summer of Gaming, developer 1047 Games revealed that its Portal-filled free-to-play shooter Splitgate will now be coming to PlayStation and Xbox consoles later in the summer of June 27th. We've just said that again. The title launched on Steam back in March 2019. Was it really that long ago that it launched?
I'd say.
Oh my god. Wait, when did you start, Finnian? I can't remember.
I started in December of this year, so I didn't even start too long ago.
You started in December.
A little bit after Zay.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, so I didn't start like super early like everyone else. Like, cool. I wish I did because the game was awesome, but I didn't have a PC at the time, or at least a good enough one to like do anything.
Nah, exactly.
I literally had a laptop that was.
Rush has just said in the chat, yeah, it's less of a mouthful to be honest. I forgot it was Arena Warfare. I just knew it as Splitgate. So yeah, that's kind of proven the point right there.
Pretty much, yeah. I think the Arena Warfare is. I think people know that it's a warfare in an arena. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So.
Probably. Yeah. It's what's this? How is related? Minecraft player creates working portals with no mod. I mean portals, baby. Yeah.
But Minecraft? No, I mean, I like Minecraft is like Minecraft is like. No, this is the thing I was thinking. Like when I'm thinking, we're comparing Splitgate and other games. Fortnite is the first thing that comes to mind. It's the game where it obviously lore doesn't have too much of a part of it. It's a first-person shooter, and it has mechanics that in ways are similar to Splitgate, where the building kind of is a duplicate of the portals. You have to have thought that when they were making Fortnite, that they're like, people are not gonna get the building mechanic, and it's gonna like scare them away, right?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Who builds on my first Fortnite game? I hid in a bush, pretty much like. And then obviously I didn't play it after that because it turned into an extremely toxic game. But I mean, who knows? It definitely got big. So I'm looking for. I wonder what the community will be able to do with the game. I wonder. There's so many things. Like if you thought about Fortnite in comparison in its early launch days and now, like it's a completely different game. So who knows what could be open for Splitgate when it comes to, even from the dev perspective, you get more people playing, more money, more devs, which means more opportunity to do like, more stuff, like maybe actually develop a lore part to it. Who knows?
I'm not gonna lie, Endo's lore videos do make me laugh. They're so so well thought out as well.
He's like the game theory of Splitgate. Like, come on, he's pretty awesome.
I personally think Cardinal should actually make that not unofficial. I think he should make it official lore. Like, it needs to be like the actual lore of the game, and there needs to be something in the game that quotes him on it. And I think that'd be perfect.
To be honest, I always saw, like, I think I told Endo this, or maybe I told you this, I can't remember, is I always saw Endo as like the old wise person telling the story of Splitgate. Like, I think if they did ever a single player thing, it would just be like you start off the game with Endo and a beard and just like, let me tell you the story of Splitgate Arena Warfare turned into Splitgate. I think that would be a perfect thing for him.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, what's further down here? Let's have a look. The release date and trailer is accomplished. The new confirms that the cross-gen. Obviously, cross-gen is going to be amazing. Playing with an Xbox X or a PlayStation 5, you get 120 FPS, which is going to be perfection. It also has cross-play as well. If anyone listening didn't know that, that is going to be the main functionality of this. It's going to be, yeah, again, perfection. Furthermore, Splitgate's console version will launch with over 20 maps and more than 10 game modes in tow. What do you think of that, Finnian? 20 plus maps.
I think that for a game releasing, like, obviously it's already been released, but for this release, I don't think we've ever seen a game that starts with crossplay, 20 plus maps, like this level of content, this juicy chicken of a game, just given out to the public. They're looking at this like, how is this game not like it's perfect? It's got everything you would need. A player base when it gets the crossplay, content for people to play. Like I cannot fathom uh how a new player would see this game, especially someone like if they're the whole reason I started playing Spaghetti is because I used to play Apex like a hell of a lot of time and I just was getting bored of it. So I was like, well, I wonder what other game is there to play. And if you see a game like of that statute, you're gonna be like, well, why don't I just play that game? Like it's not even it's gonna be awesome. I'm surprised they were able to get this far from like 5 maps to 20 maps.
Exactly. I just loaded up the Xbox. Yes, I am playing on Xbox now. When this beta ends, I'm going to cry. But I'm just having a look real quick. So we have Source in China, instead of just trying to figure out in my head which maps are which, we have Source Stadium, which is one, Pantheon, Helix, Club Silo, Atlantis, Highwind, Olympus, Abyss, Oasis, Lava Well. And then we have the simulation maps, which there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 10, 16. There's 16.
Okay.
There's 16 maps on here right now.
Hold
Am I
on, give me a
forgetting
second.
one?
I'm trying to think.
Am I forgetting one?
Did you say Atlantis?
Am I? Ah,
Hold on.
and Outpost as well. Outpost.
Outpost. So there should be 2 new maps.
17 maps.
No, wait, 3. Hold on. I'm thinking. So that one, that one. Am I missing a map? I must be missing a map. I can't remember. Crud, what was I gonna say?
So right now, from what we can see, there's 17 maps right now. Off the top of my head. We both have a ton of hours in this game. How do we not know that off by heart?
I know what I was gonna say. This just came into my head. I didn't know this. Maybe you did, and I'm just stupid. Apparently the alpha maps are by alphabetical order. I didn't know that. You have at least I believe you have Zach. What was it again? It was like Bravo. No, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, uh, Delta,
Delta, Echo, Foxtrot.
Echo, Foxtrot. So I didn't know that. It just popped into my head. That I was thinking about the maps.
Well, if they're going to continue doing it, then they have the entire alphabet, so we know that we can have at least 26 simulation maps before they've got to think of a new idea.
26 simulation maps, and who knows?
That's always cool.
What do you think the review of Takedown when it crossplay comes out? How do you think you think it's gonna die out when people don't like it and just play fours, or do you think it's gonna like thrive?
Oh, this is gonna blow it. This is gonna blow it up. This crossplay and everything like that is gonna make Splitgate literally just I can't even put it into words. Like this is gonna make it go.
It's like it's hard to even imagine Splitgate getting that big because we're so used to having a really small tight player base where we know everyone.
That's why I'm really struggling to put it into words, because I can't even fathom Splitgate with a big player base, but I know for a fact that it's gonna have one. Alright.
It's gonna be crazy.
Let's move on, shall we? Actually, because we've run out of time on that one. let's go on to actually no, let's go on to your YouTube, shall we? Let's go on to your YouTube. So, I want to know what was the inspiration for the tummy compilation.
So if you see the video right before it, I was watching Tummy's stream on my vacation in Florida, and before that one, I made a video about like I just saw something that he did, and I was like, well, that's hilarious. I should clip that and make a little crappy thing. And he was like, dude, you should make a compilation of all my moments. And I was like, all right, because I'm sitting in Florida and I got nothing to do because I'm sitting on my laptop, so SplitGate is kind of hard to do. I was
Yeah.
like, well, I'll just edit, and I edited in the hotel, I edited in uh in the waiting for the plane, everything, and I was able to finish it up when I got home, and that was when I first started using green screening. So that I'm really proud of that. I was like, I hadn't used that before in my stuff, so I was like, heck yeah. Uh, but I generally, I thought it was pretty funny.
Oh, it truly is. Like I love all of the Tommy Gaming ones. The Tommy Gaming ones are brilliant.
Well, I mean, again, he's also like a super reactive person. Like every time it was not hard for me to find something where he was literally just like flipping his entire body upside down for a thing. So I thought that was just kind of funny.
What's the other ones? Let's have a look. Your most viewed one, your Technoblade.
Oh yeah, that was.
This one is. Let's skip that back. This one has got to be a crowning achievement. I don't even give a damn.
Yeah, so I first started this meme because I changed my name to Technoblade in my character thing because I was just I don't know. I think no, what happened is I was talking to like a group and stuff, and they're like, you sound really much like Technoblade. I'm like, I don't see it. So I was like, just for like cruds and giggles, I just kind of switched my name to Technoblade, and then people are like, "Oh my god, it's Technoblade and it's SplitGate." And everyone's freaking out. I was like, this would be a really funny video idea to just turn it into a video. So I was like, this is what I'll do. I'll just go into like some casual matches and like some ranked things. Call myself Technoblade. Get like a rainbow skin that was in the shop because everyone would think that if I was Technoblade, I just copped it and just see what happens. And like the first game I hopped into, Mike, which is like the really big streamer, was in, and I was just like, yes, this is perfect. This is exactly what I need. So I just constantly was like like doing everything I could to get a reaction out of him. So I like kind of intentionally targeted him for the thing. So like every time I kill him in the montage, it like zooms in on his thing because I killed him like a good 7 times, and I think he was just like not happy with me at the end of it, which I thought was pretty funny because he's a cool. Everyone brought it, dude. Everyone did. Yeah, maybe a little too good. Well, I don't know. I thought it was because so this is kind of funny. I accidentally almost started like a whole thing on the Technoblade Reddit. Someone, I think there was like 3 or 4 people started posting. There's like Technoblade spotted in Splitgate Arena Warfare, and it was getting a lot of attention. So I was like, all right, well, it's time for this meme to end. I'm not trying to get targeted by the actual Technoblade and be like, suit or something. So I was like, we'll make it. We'll try to milk the crap out of this and see if we can get a couple of views off of this meme. But I thought it was pretty funny because I actually really liked this edit. So I wasn't upset. And then I just hopped into ranked and I was able to get games with like Ruckus and people, and they still didn't know yet. So I thought it was really funny.
So
Yeah.
I think we should talk about the elephant in the room. The Jivin.exe one.
Yeah, that is. I was actually pretty proud about this edit, to be honest. I did the Tummy Gaming one, so I had experience with taking stuff from streams. Uh, and turning it into a, what do you call it, a compilation. And to be honest, one of the hardest parts of getting that was recording them, because I use OBS. So I'd go into the stream, and every time I'd see like a clippable moment, so I'd pull out like my artistic mind and be like, okay, what can I turn this into to be funny? I would just like turn an OBS, clip it, and then put it into like I literally have an archive that says Gibbon videos in my computer that is like 30 or 40 videos, and I just chose like 10, like 5 or 7 of the ones I really liked. And there was even more, like, even going through this, I could have done a lot more editing. I think I probably could have added more every second I wanted to, like, uh, add something else to it. The words were, like, so hard to animate because you had to go in every second and match it to when you were actually saying it. And, like, I think the hardest one was when, you were talking about the only Jibbin thing, and after it, and I literally took me like a good 30 minutes to just animate because I was, you know, just bad at it. But in
Committed.
general, I thought
It's
it was.
called committed. Not you're bad at it. It's called commitment.
Well, I thought it was hilarious because when you actually make a good one, it feels good, dude. It feels like when you're laughing at your own video, that's the epitome of. And this video helped me achieve, like, the tummy one helped me achieve the green screening. This one helped me achieve the zooming in. You could see I used it like a lot in this because I actually just figured out how to do that. Thing anymore.
Doesn't help that I'm a
I
very facial expressionate. I don't really know what the word is. I'm a very expressionate person. So like my face can tell a story, and you
Yeah,
kind of took full advantage of that.
I very much did, and to be honest, I I literally just every 5 seconds I just zoomed in on your face, and you could even see later in the video I did the whole tummy or Jibbin face compilation because I just thought it was necessary to do, and it was like I think that was the funniest part of or at least the one of the funniest parts of the video was that I remember going through. I was laughing so hard when I put in the glitch one when I was in your stream and it glitched. I that was the funniest thing. I swear to God, that was hilarious.
I,
I think
Go on.
I think I have a lot of ideas for edits. I think what I'm gonna do more is I've been watching a lot more EXE videos and just general edits, and trying to get a good idea of how things work. And I think I know there's a type of movement you have to have when you're making the videos. Like, people don't know how much actual editing goes into it. Like, you zoom in so many times, like not nearly as much as I thought you did when I was actually watching it. You zoom in like every 5 seconds. It's just different zooms in, and for some reason, I don't notice that until I like actually did the editing. But holy crud! So I think I have a lot of new stuff that I want to try out with just it's procedurally coming to me that I can use all those green screening, zooming in, and just I'm still learning how to edit some stuff. So yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to add a little mute button again. There we go. I got a mute button now, so I don't actually have to keep flicking back and forth. That's why it was flickering. But yeah, so I think we should talk about your Twitch now. Well, I think we should talk about
Twitch. I streamed a lot more before. I don't stream so much now. I try to get more streams, but my computer is not great, so I can run SpliTGATE decent when I'm not streaming. But the second I open OBS, my game explodes. So what you'll see is even my most recent one is just Kovacs, and then I try opening the game, and you see it running at 5 frames per second, which is nice. I think you know more than anyone what that's like. I started off this Twitch by only doing races. I did races for literally 24 hours, maybe more. Uh, that was because I remember Spurley was like, my most crowning achievement in races is the lava, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna dedicate my life to dethrone you. So after I finally did that, I was kind of obsessed at that point. So I just kind of did uh more races, and I'm still kind of doing the races and beating my 28-second time.
I feel that. I've just got your clips on as well. I'm just right now. It's the pistol god, the one where you absolutely decimate the lobby just with a pistol.
Oh, this is when the pistol meta, when me and Zach were doing the pistol meta stuff.
Yep.
And I thought that was hilarious because I know now how stupid it is, but I was so hyped because that was like the devs of the game and everyone was in there, and I was just like, oh my god. And that was like when I first started. That was like way back. I probably had the dog 3D image that I rendered, that I took like 9 hours rendering this stupid dog in the top right corner, and it was kind of cringy, but like 90% of my clips are just racist.
Well, I've just put your most viewed clip on. It's called Controller Portaling, and it's a race on Lava Well. Isn't this the one where you absolutely like just decimate the race for it?
Something like that. Oh, this is the one where I did I believe this is like one of my first, or yeah, I'm not even doing the jump glitch, so or the jump thing. So this is like, oh my god, I did so bad. This was one I remember now. The one I decimated was a different one. I actually just named it at the time so I could categorize it. But this was like my first decent time that I beat Spurley's time, and I was so happy. I was like, let's go, because I beat Spurley's time, and this kind of like put me into racing more. But you can even look at it. I portaled so terribly. I didn't triple portal. I like now I have the tricks of the trade. I could probably go through, like, if I had your mouse pad, I could label where you needed to move your mouse. Oh, this clip is hilarious.
See, I wish I could do that, but I just can't. I'm a dirty controller player through and through.
I could get your controller, and I could like I could tell you which buttons to press in what order.
That's
I don't know,
madness to say the least.
yeah.
Just seeing you portal though is very, very weird, considering how in semi-pro level it's a lot different to where pro level is. So back in the day, when well, I say back in the day, it was only a few months ago. Jesus Christ! When I watched you guys, when I watched you, Zach, all of you lot just doing like all the portals in pro league, when I was still in semi-pro, it's just it was like a whole different level. I can only imagine what it looks like when you're an amateur player. Like,
When you're looking at the portals and stuff, yeah, it's kind of crazy. You kind of get used to it at this point. Like when I switched inputs from controller to, or I don't know if I'm not gonna go back to controller, so don't quote me. But I've played controller and I've played M&K, and I can guarantee you now that like portaling on M&K is as the equivalent of like aiming on controller, in the sense that when you're aiming on controller, you care, but it's more like, okay, I'm pretty confident in my skills when it comes to that. For aiming on is much more of a worrisome. It's difficult on M&K. Like I've seen people that are like really good, like completely whiff shots. When you're on controller, there's a different feel to it, and then in that sense, it's more like portaling. It's super hard. So people are like, "Well, portaling's not really hard."
I personally think the difference between controller and mouse and keyboard, or the difference in being good on controller versus mouse and keyboard, is mouse and keyboard you have to know practically everything. You have to know how to aim, you have to know how to portal, you have to know when to push properly. Whereas on controller, I feel like you can still be good in them aspects, but one of them is taken away because of aim assist. You can be more threatening in an aim duel because of the aim assist. If they miss one shot, you're not going to realistically miss that shot if you are at a higher level.
Well, the thing is that where on controller you have increased aim, you lose your mobility, which is why a lot of times you see really good controller players have lower sense to low sense esque, because what you are is you have to guess, and you have to know what's happening on the map at all times. You have to know where people are. You have to know where they're gonna be. Even I was talking to Tanner, the whole like majority of it is that you have good aim, but if you know where they're gonna be, that's what helps you get to that point, and that's what makes him so good. Even you watch him and it doesn't seem like much. He's very slow, but then that's how he gets crazy, the crazy amount of kills and everything he has. And personally, I have nothing wrong with that. I'm not great at guessing where people are. So I was like, I like the mobility part. I'm good at mobility. I'm good at moving around, and I'm good at that. So I'll switch to M and K because for that sense, it's more just pure skill. There's not a lot of guesstimation. If you know how to portal, then you don't need to know where people are on the map, even though it's important. Uh, it's more of like if they're right behind you, if you really know what you're doing, you could literally portal out of it in a second. You could just be a crazy mad lad, octane, speedy boy.
I do have one question about you moving over to mouse and keyboard, and I'm pretty sure, bro, if you're listening, this is probably one for your rankings, as you used to say. So, Finnian, you were, I'm going to say you were because of mouse and keyboard now, you were the 4th best controller player. Does this mean you are no longer the 4th best controller player?
Well, I'm not saying I'm out of controller, but I'm not going to be playing it as much because, I mean, unless someone could donate me a new controller where it doesn't have any drift on it, then, I mean, until then, I'm probably going to stick to MNK. And if something happens where I just want to go back, I mean, like, for real, I'm not out of controller. I can go back anytime I want.
You better not be out of controller, I tell you that now.
It would take me a day, but I'll probably be back to my old self. It's more just like I want to know what it's like to be able to do the other input. I want to be able to get a better understanding of what that experience is like.
No, I totally get that because I've done that before. I went over to mouse and keyboard for a month or two just so I could understand the difference and everything. Yeah, sure. I found out I absolutely hate it and I despise it, but I managed to learn a lot of things from it, and that made me a better controller player.
Yeah, I always thought I'm thinking like if this really does good and it makes me a better player, then I might stick with it. But if it turns out that after a long time, it's not working for me, then I probably will go back to controller.
You need
But
to come
that would
back. You
still,
need to come back. That needs to happen. And
but it doesn't.
MMA Monster, yo, what's happening, my guy? We are just filming a podcast right now. Say hi. You'll be on YouTube. But yeah, all right, we have to we have to go into the final bits, otherwise this will go on for way too long. So I will ask you 3 questions. 1, where do you think Splitgate will be? I'm going to ask this to every guest that I have on. 1, where do you think Splitgate will be in a year's time?
I think in a year's time, Splitgate. It's hard to discern because I don't want to make any unrealistic expectations, but
It's all completely hypothetical. It doesn't like nothing. It's just all like imagination and all that sort of stuff. So just go wild. Where do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be at the level of Fortnite. I'm pretty confident that by then it will be extraordinarily huge. Content creators will be making it. People will be streaming it on Twitch. Even Fortnite, I don't believe had the level of crossplay and just set the level of perfection that the game is now. I think I'm very confident that it will be that big.
Well, I can definitely back you up on. Yeah. Okay, my second question is: do you think control? This question will probably end up changing, but do you think console players are going to be able to keep up with the Kubo and Matty and like all the high? I'm not talking like players like, for instance, I'm talking like the gods of Splitgate. Do you think there are going to be some controller players out there that will be able to keep up with them?
So this is the thing. Xbox and controller, PS4, whatever you want to call it, like they're not necessarily made for a competitive experience. I'm not saying that people can't be competitive on them, but you're getting a console. Usually, you're not going to be striving to be an esports tournament because you just less frames, less, less control over what things are. It's less control. It's just not really made for a competitive standpoint. So
You have less settings.
yeah, less settings, less ability to change stuff. It's just will there be a player on console that will overtake Akuva Matty? I don't think so. I'm not saying it won't happen because you never know. Someone like, could randomly pop on and completely destroy everything. But I don't think it'll happen.
Confidence
personally.
boost.
Maybe after, but I'm not sure. I don't think personally. I think that they're gonna be near the top for a while, and I don't think they're gonna be going anywhere anytime soon.
I definitely not. That is actually the exact same thing that I would have said. I don't think they're ever going to be able to compete with people like Akuvo, Matty, or like the gods. But I do think there are going to be some good players that come out of it. I do think.
I do.
Because for instance, like we are, me, you, Zach, like Tanner, we're controller players from PC. Yes, sure, I'm moving over to console, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
So it's obviously like it can happen that there can be controller players that can go quite high in this game. So yeah, sure, they'll be stuck at 60 FPS on like the S and like the new, like the old gen consoles, and the new gen consoles will be 120. So
Yeah, well, who knows? With the 120 FPS change, who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe it will. I've seen people on 60 FPS have a competitive advantage in games like Apex, where
OMA Monster has just put in the chat, bruh, I could have a debate with this guy.
hey, feel free. My DMs are open.
Well, I mean, put it in the comments if you think. Yeah, everyone that's watching the video right now or listening to the podcast, put it in the comments. What do you think? Do you think that some console players are going to be able to just? There's going to be a Kuvo that just pushes past it. He's only on console, or do you think that no console player is going to be able to keep up with any of them? So,
yeah,
my third and final question for you. I'll let you answer this question, and we're going to have to, unfortunately, call it there for this episode. But my final question is: water drinkers or potato eaters?
obviously the water drinkers, man. That's like how you even gonna ask me that question? That's like tyranny. I can't even say potato eaters, dude. I'll get executed.
I better explain this. I better explain this to all the new people that are watching. Obviously, everyone that watches my stuff and everything like that already probably knows what they are. However, there is two factions, as they are in a way. There is the potato eaters, which are the devs and everything like that. Like most of the people that are close to the devs, they are known as potato eaters because the head developer ate a potato. Don't ask. And then we have the water drinkers, which all stemmed off because I got drowned on stream by people redeeming hydration constantly. There was probably about 120 hydrations, so yeah. But
I could probably do all of that myself with the amount of points.
That was such a brutal stream. So yeah, all right then. So that's 1-0 to the water drinkers. I already knew that was. So yeah. Oh man. Okay then. So we are gonna have to end the video there. Don't worry, people. My stream will continue on. It's just this is the video part. Yes. So Finnian, shout out all your stuff real quick.
My stuff. You can follow me on YouTube and check out my videos. I'm pretty sure it should be in the video, so I don't really need to shout it out.
They're gonna need it. They're gonna need a username.
It's just Finnian. It's just capital F, and then Finnian.
If you type in Finnian SPLITGATE on YouTube, it will come up.
Yeah, pretty much. And if it doesn't, then YouTube just hates me. But worst comes to worst, you can just click on my Discord and. Also, shout out to Water Drinkers. Join it. It's awesome. Plus, I'm a coach there, so if you want, you could literally, if you join Water Drinkers, you could click on my guy, and it will show you everything you need to know. So just join Water Drinkers. Definitely worth it.
I'll put a link in the description of this video as well, and everyone listening to the podcast version of this, join the Water Drinkers Discord. Yeah. I really need to be we need to get me sorted out for being we need to put the king of water drinkers or something like that, just so everyone comes in that's why. Or just put me as the drowned.
The drowned.
Alright, anyway. So thank you for coming on, Finnian. I appreciate this. That's gonna be the first episode of Split Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed. Everyone that's watching on the podcast, enjoy your day. Everyone watching on the YouTube, I hope you've loved watching the B-roll that's been frantically placed over here, and my whatever the hell you want to call this face, because my camera broke there. But yes, so thank you for watching, and any last words for him?
Drink water. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Alright, anyway, guys.
Follow Jibbin. Follow Jibbin.
Oh,
Follow Jibbin.
thank you, bro. Alright, anyway. See you in a bit, guys. And we're clear. There we go. Fucking hell, that was